you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, set, 53! Bring it! Goal 50!
Play action, now it's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready? 30 base.
52's the mic.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 98 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
at their own 49-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Look at me. Zipper.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 44, Locke, screen pass to Lindsey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Locke now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. That is caught at the 7th. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a play fake. Brady. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
25, check 25, check 25. Alert. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Wild Bill. Hey, check Mike 27.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He completes it to Evans. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Broncos take over.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
You ready? 52. And watch the line. Get it.
On 2nd and inches. Lock. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They only needed a few inches there on 2nd, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the 1st down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
Hey, you. Check 52 is the mic.
Block going to try and throw on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Brady looking for his running back, and he's got him. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Wide, 80. No chance. Watch the safety creep. Check it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 13. Check 13. Sugar.
Now Brady. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
On 2nd down now, it's Vaughn. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 3rd down and goal, this Denver defense. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Ready, ready. 10-2 stop. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 42. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, watch the slant. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
From the 22, Locke. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Ready. Watch Mike. I got it. Left. Watch left. 3 bucks. Yes. Motion out of the backfield. Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead. And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game. The adjustment to the adjustment. Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Go!
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking long for Westbrook. This is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Wait, set. 180. 44. Watch seconds. Watch screen. Let's go up. No, 66. Check 24. Regular.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Bradley Pena now, standing just outside his own goal line. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Clock will try again on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back two,
from the gun on third down. Wow. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Brady. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going up top. He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Watch the motion. Check back.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys.
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 52, come on. In your face.
Locke working out of the gun. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Lock to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw his lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Wait, set 53! Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
you.